Welcome back. Plans announced by Investing Lucia ISL to develop a number of residential areas, including in Beauchamp-Micoud and in Boisjoli-Dennery, are taking shape. The developments are part of an overall development plan conceptualized for lands vested to the ISL. The Boisjoli development will make 25 single-unit lots available to residents of Dennery. Project coordinator Lyndon Samuel says there is a very high demand for lots, and Investing Lucia is moving with alacrity to make the dream of affordable land and home ownership a reality for citizens.
There was a need within the constituency of Dennery for young persons to own land, to own a piece of St. Lucia. That was shown in the number of applicants that we received, and I can say to date we've sold out. We'll continue to look at areas where ISL owns land so that we could also develop those lands and make that available to St. Lucians. There's also an interest from St. Lucians residing outside of St. Lucia that want to own a piece of St. Lucia.
59 lots in Beauchamp will be developed. The lots have been designated mixed use, which is a combination of residential and commercial, and range from 4,000 square feet to as large as 12,000 square feet. Samuel says the subdivision and multi-family lots will offer opportunities for families to pool their resources to acquire land.
Persons would buy a plot of land and erect a house that is occupied by a family. You know, in more metropolitan countries, because of the scarcity of land and the cost of land, persons have gone into duplexes, apartments, condominiums, you know, where you can buy units, especially as a first-time homeowner, and share the amenities within those developments. So the difference there would be you have a single owner with ownership to the land. In the multifamily, you would have multiple owners with shared amenities, with shared ownership, a title to the land.
The Ministry of Tourism, Information, Broadcasting, Culture and Creative Industries has contracted the Danish-based firm COWI under the OECS Regional Tourism Competitiveness Project to help address traffic congestion in the city of Castries. Jacques Wooding tells us more.
Motorists navigating Castries should expect ease in congestion in the coming year, as plans to prepare a traffic circulation plan aimed at relieving traffic conditions and the safe movement of pedestrians in the Castries area gets underway. Senior Communications Officer in the Office of the Prime Minister, Nicole MacDonald, says that great focus will be placed on accommodating the disabled who navigate the city streets.
We're also looking at the way disabled people use the city as well. That is something we're paying attention to. You would know when it comes to standards around the world in various huge cities, they pay attention to our disabled population. So that's one of the things that this project will be addressing. We're very excited about it. I know the Ministry of Tourism is very excited about it as well.
Over the next few weeks, discussions will be held with representatives of several relevant government departments before making recommendations on how to improve the flow of vehicles and pedestrians in order to improve the safety and experience in Castries.
We're looking at, making it easy for people to navigate the streets of Castries, both motorists and pedestrians. There needs to be a more seamless way to get through the city. So part of the project includes working on the sidewalks, includes looking at some of the roadways and how we could make it better. So this is not just for visitors, this is also for regular citizens.
Danish-based consultants who are engaged to prepare the traffic circulation plan are currently consulting with relevant stakeholders in the Castries area to get an idea of prevailing issues that are contributing to the traffic congestion at peak periods. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Oding.
The National Youth Council is recognizing outstanding young people who are making great strides in various fields. The Public Relations Officer of the National Youth Council, Edison Lane, says that the year 2019 has seen many achievements and accolades achieved by young St. Lucians.
We can definitely begin with Miss Alika Frederick, who has captured the title or the crown of Miss OECS 2019. And we definitely want to commend her performance as it showed the true beauty of St. Lucia's culture, and she captured it, of course, in her own unique fashion. In addition to this, we're looking at Kimani Melius, who is the vice captain of the emerging players cricket team. Of course, this is part of the Colonial West Indies Super 50 Cup.
Plain says during the month of November, the NYC will commemorate Business Month, and this will include the recognition of young entrepreneurs. He also congratulates a young St. Lucian actress for her exemplary performance at the Caribbean Secondary Schools Drama Festival.
A young St. Lucian actress won the most outstanding female actress during this competition, and her name is Petal, and we'd like to highlight her especially as a young St. Lucian who is definitely making waves in acting, and of course who is pushing forward with excellence. And also we would like to highlight young entrepreneurs, of course, given that it is Business Month and we just had the Business Awards over the weekend. Of course, Darian Louis, who attained Young Entrepreneur of the Year. Definitely the National Youth Council would like to extend our dearest congratulations to him, and of course for the work that he is doing. We commend him greatly as a young man who is pushing forward with great ideas and excellent innovation.
The National Youth Council urges youth to continue to seize opportunities that allow for their positive development. The Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDIMA, plans to bolster disaster preparedness in the region by strengthening mitigation policy. Deputy Executive Officer Elizabeth Riley says that the agency has identified that human adherence to safety procedures is critical to the effectiveness of any of its efforts. Riley says that the new National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Systems policy will focus heavily on public cooperation. Jacques Wooding reports.
Over the past 15 years in the Caribbean, improvements in early warning systems have greatly impacted mitigation efforts, allowing for greater levels of disaster preparedness. However, the Deputy Executive Officer for the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDIMA, Elizabeth Riley, says that major faults have been identified in governance frameworks, including the need for a national multi-hazard early warning systems policy.
You would have seen, for example, earlier this year, during Hurricane Dorian, that we had significant loss of life. And also this was revealed during the 2017 season with the impacts of Irma, and particularly with Maria in Dominica. And what it says to us is that the arrangements that we currently have in the region, whilst we're doing quite well in terms of being able to provide adequate monitoring, forecasting to our populations on what we potentially expect from climate hazards and also from other types of hazards, there are clearly other aspects that we need to address.
Riley says that components such as storm surge are often overlooked during tropical disasters. However, Hurricane Dorian showed that no aspect of a weather system should be overlooked. She underscores that the success of any such policy would heavily depend on the cooperation of the public when warnings are issued.
And I think very often as regular members of the population, and understandably so, we are not able to get our heads around visualizing what that really means for persons who live in coastal areas. And we saw scenarios where, although the meteorological services issued warnings in terms of the wind, yes, but also rainfall and also storm surge, we saw situations where persons took decisions not to move. So what it means is that we have to change the messaging. We, as the persons who work with governments within the national systems, how do we communicate a message which is more, I think, visually impactful for persons who are hearing it so that they're able to take the necessary actions?
The process of implementation involved a validation of draft policy and guidance documentation workshop in St. Lucia. The National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Systems policy will be available by January 2020. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. When we come back, all the sporting action and the latest information on the weather.